All right, I'm going by the new name, JBB. Hopefully you know who that is. Grad, Master of Science in Marketing, and the title of this session is Winning with Causal Data from Hollywood to the White House. I thought it was casual data for a really long time. It's causal. Really important, really important and interesting conversation. James Slezik, that seems like a wrong pronunciation. He founded Swayable, which is an entire like data tracking platform. Aaron works for Paramount, and Tatenda founded Voter Formation Project. Sorry, she used to work for Meta, aka Facebook, for anybody who's not like 2 years old. I love this talk. I think I went to this talk specifically because we are taking analytics this quarter, and it's actually really opened my eyes to the benefit of data. And I always knew that data is really important, especially to marketers. But I just wanted to hear it from professionals in the actual industry of how they're using that data. And to have two people in such separate industries was fascinating. Aaron, who works for Paramount, obviously the entertainment industry, so different from Tatenda, who she works in politics and getting people, like persuading people to vote. I just thought it was really cool because it shows me that this is why I love marketing, because it spans so many industries. Like every industry needs a marketer, no matter what you do. And it goes to show too that like you need data to back up what you're doing. So basically, to run it back, James was at the New York Times before he started Swayable, and he realized he really wanted to understand how to measure persuasion, not just like clicks and, how long people stayed on a page and whatever, but understanding the tangible measurement of, did people act after they read your content, watched your content, viewed it, whatever. So he was the moderator for this. And then Erin really provided that storytelling perspective in film, and specifically she went into the One Love Bob Marley film that they released last month. I thought it was really cool. I don't think that, I think if somebody is like, did you know this? No, I didn't know this, but I probably would have assumed that there was data backing these decisions up in storytelling in the entertainment world. But her literally showing the audience the 3 different spots, but they're trailers for the movie, tailored to the different audiences that they knew would go to the movie because of the research that they did, was fascinating. Because they really hit on such different heartstrings for different people and the different audiences. And then she took a poll at the end where she had different, whatever. She was like, who liked this one better? Who liked that one? And it was pretty split even, like a third. And kind of just reiterated her point of exactly why they did that, because you have to be so strategic about your positioning and your messaging with these things. Because everybody, although they're going to watch the same movie, right? They're watching the exact same content. The reason they get pulled in and persuaded, which is the important word here, because that's what we're trying to do as marketers. And I know that some people don't like that word for what we do, but we're trying to get people to take an action, right? So you have to persuade them to do something. And although all of these people were watching the same movie at the end of the day, they were brought in for different reasons. They were reeled in for different reasons. And I thought that was really interesting. And the fact that she used data or they, it's not she, it's not a one-person company running Paramount, did that and pulled people in that way. Rad. 2, I am so far from being really invested in politics. Invested, I care, right? I'm a good citizen, I vote. But I think I shy away from that topic. I loved Tatenda's take on a lot of these things and how interesting I thought, like, her perspective and everything she had to share with the audience was awesome. Essentially, she basically started with people are irrational and we're just not logical at all. Couldn't agree with her more. And we've taken this approach in this country where the way we get people to vote is almost through like fear, right? And like, oh, you're a bad person if you don't vote, and your neighbors are gonna know, and this person's gonna know you didn't vote. And her whole outlook is like for creating this organization that she works for, the Voter Formation Project, was like, why are we not approaching voting as a marketing issue? And why are we not appealing to the different audiences that are being left out, or that are not being persuaded, I should say, to vote? Why are we approaching them with a one-size-fits-all solution? Fascinating, because we don't do that in any other realm. Why would this be any different? So, and like what she was saying was, you know, some elections come down to like 0.1% difference between the candidates. So if that's really what it's coming down to, then those unpersuaded groups make a big difference. So let's start marketing to them and let's actually tap in to that tailored messaging that gets them to change. Awesome. Now I see I'm trying to look because there was just so much in that. I just thought it was really a fascinating conversation. I know that there's something I'm forgetting to say, but we're at 7.5 minutes. And to be honest, I think data is super powerful, and this just gave me even more reason to be excited about it. So loved it. Great session. Just a great session.